Hey everybody, welcome back. So you've just received orders to Dyess Air Force Base here in Abilene, Texas, and you've been staring at your BAH number wondering whether it's going to stretch you every month. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, I'm going to show you exactly how far that housing allowance actually goes here in Abilene. And there's one number near the end that surprises a lot of people, even with our recently shifted market. With most bases, your BAH feels like it disappears the second it hits your account. Abilene, that's a different story. Let me show you why. I'm Zach Fines with Fines Realty Group, your local real estate expert, and the purpose of this channel is to be your #1 resource for all things Abilene and the local real estate market. So like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave us a comment with any questions we can answer. And to get connected to me and my team, you can text me directly or fill out the form in the description below. So let's start with what you're actually working with. Dyess falls under the Abilene Dyess Air Force Base military housing area, and for 2026, this area had a temporary BAH increase on top of the regular adjustment in response to local housing market changes. As you know, the amounts are different if you have dependents or if you don't have them. Here's what things currently look like with dependents. Your junior enlisted E1 all the way through E5 all receive about $1,750 to just shy of $1,900 a month. And E6 to E9 jumps to about $2,800 to $2,900. Because these are temporary rates that can shift, run your exact number on the official DoD BAH calculator before you plan around it. Okay, now here's where Abilene starts to separate itself. Depending on the neighborhood and the size of the home, a typical 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom rental here generally lands somewhere in the $2,000 to $3,000 a month range. So what that means for a lot of ranks is it just about covers a solid family home. Abilene is still an affordable rental market among Air Force installations, even with the recent shift and low inventory in the market. The increase in BAH to adjust for this recent shift is definitely an added help. Now, renting isn't the whole story, and this is the part I really want you to hear. A lot of Dyess families don't realize their BAH can put them into a home of their own. Most E1 through E5s and above with dependents find their BAH supports a home in the $200,000 to $250,000 range, depending on the VA interest rate that you qualify for. And E6 to E9 ranks can comfortably look in the $250,000 to about $350,000 price range, which around here can sometimes get you a brand new construction home. And do note these numbers are only accounting for housing costs and not utility costs for those of you that are looking for their BAH to cover both expenses. The reason those buying scenarios work here comes down to two things most people overlook. First, Texas has no state income tax, and Abilene's cost of living sits about 11 to 12% below the national average. So your money simply goes further here than at most installations. Second, and this is the number I said surprises a lot of people right now, here in Abilene, the median sales price is right around $240,000. That's about 40% below the national median. Now, this is still currently a competitive market, so the good homes often sell at or above list price, and the best ones don't sit around for long. Your BAH plus those two multipliers is what turns a housing allowance into real buying power that could be a better option than renting for some. So here's the bottom line. Your BAH here at Dyess gives you options. There's no pressure to figure it all out today. If you just want to know your specific number and what it could mean for your move here, send me a text directly and I'd be happy to help you see the possibilities for your BAH in Abilene. And don't forget to check back next week for another video in our PCS series. Go ahead and subscribe so you get notified. And if you missed our starter video to this series about the best timing for starting your search, you can check that video out right here, and I will see you there.